It's gonna be humbling for me.
Miss Abulima, froth at the mouth, Amazon sugar queen, Nikki with the hot purple, 1,000 names, Palace Athena, Nikki with the dragon mist, possession, zombified, off in the drift. The ritual is sacred. I smell like indica. Bodies you can bag up. You eat some dead babies. Soil the green in your eyes. Rub the purple in. It's no surprise they were doing heroin. Sniffing on the cocaine. The dragon guards. The beast bears up Lady Babylon. Rain Man on the song. Serenade them in the dragon mist. The arrow just hit them a little bit. Twisting on this motherfucking sugar cane. Hot purple Lady Babylon, make it rain. Dragon mist, Abulima, froth at the mouth, Amazon sugar queen, Nikki with the hot purple.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. This is Initiating Apocalypse. And I want to thank you for coming tonight, because tonight we have something very, very special. And I know I tell you that a lot. Maybe, maybe it says something. Maybe I spoil you too much. You know what I mean? No, you can't spoil you too much, congregation. Right, you deserve it. You do. If you weren't so hot, I wouldn't bring you these gifts, and you know it. Tonight, I've got a special gift. This one tonight is very humbling for me, because it is the most difficult Greek that I have yet to bring you. Okay? This is level 10 tonight, people. We're only going to do 15 lines. And from those 15 lines, I am going to show to you the voice. Yeah, I'm going to show to you the voice. Oh, God. This prophetic song is absolutely overwhelming. It is thaumatic. It is not just entheotic, it is thaumatic, hyperthaumatic, if you ask me. Oh, God, just an ounce of this stuff. Do you know how much this goes for in neighboring galaxies? My God, this is the quantum dope, baby, I've got for you tonight. You're going to love it. Oh, God. How is everybody doing? Hail the serpents. Yeah, no, why not, right? The oracular voice. Oh, that's the same thing, isn't it? Isn't that echidna the same thing? Oh, God, they're closing in on us. Let's get it right. Let's get it exactly right, so we can just stand here when they show up, and we don't have to say anything. It's all laid out there. You know what I mean? It's for the future anyway. It's for the future. That's why we're working with 1980s internet. Right? It's nostalgic. Does anybody else feel nostalgic? Dope and tacos. Bruh. Yeah. It sounds like a recipe for a good evening, bro. Let's do it. This mental dope that I'm about to peddle to you comes from the most difficult of the difficult Greek. Oh, by the way, we're going to choke the Pope too. We'll get to that later. That's more something, you don't do that right off the bat with people. You know what I mean? Right. Here's what I want to do. I want to bring you, so you don't have to take my word for it, right? I want you to know this, considering this work, one, and this is just people, it's from Wiki. This is from Wiki. One modern scholar says the Alexandra may be the most illegible piece of classical literature, one which nobody can read without a proper commentary, and which even then makes very difficult reading. Right? This is the Hellenistic poetry at its didactic best. And this stuff, each of these words goes so deep that you're going to find in our attempts to translate it into English, we're going to have to resort to words over and over again. Same word. Wait a minute. Is that the same word? You use that word 5 times, but I only see it appears once. Yeah. Because of the paucity of your crappy, bog-trotting English. You can't convey this stuff. It's very difficult, people. This is Mother Greek. Oh, isn't she sexy? You know who smells like Mother Greek? Nobody. Nobody. That's the point. That is the point. Hands down. Baby, who's the fairest of them all? Where did that little, that was from that fairy tale. Who was that? Was that fat little German brother set? Ow, ow, ow. Grimm Brothers. Shame on you. You know what I mean? They're all thieves. And yes, it was Shakespeare. It was Shakespeare who stole from the dude who wrote what is it called? The Zodiac of Life. Right? All the world's a stage and all that. You think Shakespeare made that up? No, he was a thief. He was a thief. You have thieves on your island. Okay. People, you see how this is concentrated material tonight. What am I bringing? I'm bringing you the introduction to the voice of the prophetess. Are you ready for this? The voice of the prophetess. Can we choke the Pope yet? No, not yet. Hold off. Right? You have to build. You have to build. What is he talking about, right? What is he talking about? Can you feel it? Can you feel the oppression? It's like a sphinx. It's like somebody strangling you. You know, when you are in a position to be strangled, you perceive reality with renewed vigor and vision. Depending on how much the devil lets him strangle you. Sometimes you don't come back. Right? Wow. Who's in charge here? A lot of prayers going on in the world. Can you see them? Right, people? What do? In the mystery, we open our eyes. What is the difference between us, congregation, and everybody else? Their eyes have not been opened. Yeah. They are still following an unreality. What does it take to wake them up? Oh, that's what we're finding here on Lady Babylon. And thanks for coming. Prayer portals. Just everybody see them, the invisible, because our eyes have been opened. We see them now. We see them now, right? And the prayers, they're there. And who are they coming for? Oh, they're coming for the Pope to make him well, get him life. Oh, God. Last thing we want to do is send him off to Yahoo. Oh. Quick, people. Your hypocrisy is so visible that it gives me the great pleasure to say the devil has given us the right to choke the Pope. Did he say what I think he did? Shut up, Timmy. People are asking, who is Timmy? Let's take Timmy out tonight. Look at him. Give me the next one. Is this guy possessed? Yes, we already know that. Right, it's not a big deal. Here, people, everybody, feast your eyes on what is the most difficult Greek that you and I have ever intimately exchanged. For all of you, blow that up, please. Thank you, Chewy. For all of you who are perhaps, I don't know, nerds of magic and esoteric phenomena, linguistic science, the science nerds and the engineers out there, this will impress you. This is the curve on the cheek of the buttocks of Mother Greek. Oh, God. The prophetess's words. Yeah. I'm going to tell you everything you ask me. And I'm going to do it with pinpoint accuracy from the beginning. And if my speech gets spun out at length, hang in there with me in knowing these words, Master. Now, just to get that much, just to squeeze that much, I don't think you realize how much how much is packed, people. Just look at that first line. Yeah. Right. What am I doing? Netrikos is how I'm doing it. How am I going to approach this inquiry? I'm going to give you an answer, says the oracle. And that answer is going to be accurate, deadly accurate. Right? Yeah. Okay. Look at the third line. Who's the person we're talking to? Congregation, oracle, oracle congregation. Jesus Kore. And everybody's sitting there goes, oh, I know the Korah. Did we bring the Korah tonight? The Korwa, right? In the old Mycenaean Greek, it's Korwa. Korwa, right? Korwa. How is she here? Because she is the oracle. If you hadn't figured that one out, right? Everybody, I'm sorry, Satanic Congregation, everybody knows that, right? But let me keep going. We're going to look at some individual passages, but I want to tell you what happens here. This performance is not like that Korah of old. Do you understand? Right? Bringing out that from that Aeolian mouth, those oracles. The Aeolian mouth, what the heck? Oh, God. Okay, one concept I'm going to show you, but I want to give you kind of a bigger picture, the whole thing before we jump into it. Blow it up again, Chewy. Oh, it's a live picture. Fantastic, right? Aeolian mouths, there they are. Right? Where's our virgin chorus, by the way? By the way, we need a virgin chorus. People, an entire genre of music stifled to history, just covered up. Oh, God. Take your burqas off, ladies. This is fantastic. Give me back to the original. I want to finish this. Oh, are we fantastic, Chewy? I want to finish this and we'll go kind of closer, but I want to just kind of translate for you at ease here, right? What does this oracle do? She pours out this completely mixed shout that is aspetos. And when I show you what that is, that'll give you the creeps. What is she doing? She is Daphne Fagon. People, she is chewing on the bay leaves. Okay. Love it. Love it. She's chewing on the bay leaves. And what is she doing while she's chewing? Watson. Oh my God, do you realize who is in this? This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line, people. Look at the very middle center of the line. What does it say? Watson. Do you know who this oracle is a priestess of? She's a priestess of Phoebus. Phoebus Apollo. You mean the guitar playing? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody's seen him. He's got that long blonde hair. He possesses all of the priestesses. You know what I mean? He comes in with his long blonde hair and his guitar, and it's curly, long blonde hair, and his skin is golden like the sun. Yes, there he is. And he carries around his kithara. He's always got that guitar with him, right? He's got a lot, right? But he's always pictured with one of them, bringing us that music. He's got the virgin chorus, trained by his sister, the huntress. And that, people, is rock. That is rock. On this rock, I build my assembly, and from the caves came the oracles under the guidance of Apollo and his guitar. Oh, God. All right. All right. Fantastic. Leave that. Isn't that a gorgeous map, people? Everybody hand out, Hail Satan and Chewy. Give Chewy a little. Yeah, right. Oh, God. Sun and moon. People are into the planets. Why? Because everybody knows those are the seven. The seven what? The seven sacred notes. You can determine space and time with those things. Oh, God. Hail Satan and Chewy. Okay, one more time to the first. I just want to kind of finish this off, and then I'm going to give you. I'm madly going through this, right? People, look at the. What is she doing? She's doing something. These oppa, these songs from her throat. She is, look at the next line, the Sphinx kelaines, right? Or at least she is the one who ekmimumene, who is able to completely mimic, copy the gerun, the voice, the particular voice with its particular accent, inflection, thingy, tone. I'm going to show you. Oh, God, it's so... I told you, see? You're going to see how dumb I am tonight, right? It's over my limit, right? Of the Sphinx, the black Sphinx. Do you understand? When they told you the Sphinx came down to Thebes and was like, give me a dozen virgin girls and a dozen virgin boys. Right? Or bring an answer to my enigma. Did you even know you had an enigma? Who's out there? Satanic congregation. Anybody got an enigma? Anybody? Here, hail the black sun. Fantastic. That's right. That's how you transport, they said. Through the black sun is how you put yourself into an Apollonian envelope, and that goes through to the real, which is on the other side, because you're the reflection. Right? Fantastic. The physics make me dizzy. I don't get it. Give me the top source one more time. We'll finish up, and then I'll get you into particulars, people. That are just kind of sexy. Oh, what else? Okay, listen, people. This is going to be coming to us from memory. Okay, And I just want to point out that it is up to you with your big brains, it's saying, to go ahead and figure out, look at 910, the enigmaton at the end. The enigmaton tulison. What are those enigmata? What are those enigma that are twisted? Well, those enigma that are twisted that are coming from her mouth have an oimos, right? Or they have this plural. They have ways. They have ways. You mean there is something to the science of this oracular voice that can be charted and that you can mathematically plow your way through it? Yes. Yes, people, this is science. You didn't know you had an enigma and that there are ways through it. Did you? No, you didn't. So choke the Pope. Right? Everybody, I command it. Many prayers, people, I'm telling you. Nobody said, it doesn't say, look, in our jurisdiction, it doesn't say anything about prayers, positive versus negative. You know what I mean? Positive versus negative. Choke the Pope. Oh, oh, oh. God, he loves it. You know what it does when you choke the Pope? It puts the Pope into a position where he's losing oxygen. And when he does so, you trust the Marquis de Sade. Do you understand me? He will elevate himself. His very neuro will cry out for self-awareness. Yes, fantastic. Right? Where's the whip? Somebody let me. Here we go. People, how does he do this? Okay, now I was going to say, for all of you who are savants and stuff like that out there, I want you to realize, as I'm translating this Greek quickly, just to give you a general feel of where we're going, there's 3 different levels that I'm doing it at. And it's only because of the way it's written, right? This author that they think was Lycophron, but they don't know. They don't know. This author is first of all, just a genius gymnastic logician. Just amazing. And the fact that they're able to sculpt this in words is just, it's gorgeous. Anyway, okay, let's get back to it. One more look at the whole thing. Couple of points I wanted to point out. I want you to think about the race, people. I want you to think about the race. And this is what she says. The prophetess says, I will be that rapid runner, right? The one with the wings that can fly. Do you know why the Oracle Sphinx has wings? You thought that those were wings on her back, and you depicted it that way, as they did in their art. No. What does the language say? Because you thought the image was the reality. Right? No. Do you understand? We're talking about what's beyond. The Sphinx's wings come from her peculiar voice and the way she uses it. Oh, God, would you enlist in her army? I would. If I beamed back to antiquity and she was there, bring it back and bring it. That last one. If I beamed back to antiquity, right, people? Right, which I just may figure out one of these days. Who knows? Maybe I already did. Maybe I'm from the future. Somebody said that. Amon's from the future. And he's bringing us right. It's a history class from the future. It's just I'm being projected. Now, how would you know that? Right? How would you know? How would you verify it? Right? God. Do you want to join her army? That's the thing. Look at her. Do you understand what I'm proposing to you? I'm proposing that you study and learn her song that will be twisted, confusing, perhaps even off-putting. But you will find a way in it to the beauty, the real beauty that brings that climactic know yourself orgasm in the brain. Do you understand? It's mystery at its best. She is a priestess, after all, saying this. Who is purportedly saying these things that we're going to be looking at? This is the priestess, Cassandra. She is sacrificed as a captive. Her voice was so potent that she was stolen. She was stolen. Yeah. War prize. Right? Oh, God. Sacrifice. Virgin sacrifice, people, I'm telling you. Do you understand? Tonight, do you see the wings of the Sphinx? Oh, give me the next slide. This one. Boom. No. Boom. People, take a look at. I'm just going to very reverently go through some of this Greek. And we're also going to look at who is here. I showed you Phoebus Apollo there in the middle of that. If you read any translation of this in English, you're not going to catch that. You're not going to catch that, right? You're also not going to catch at the end of this first line is the verb historeo, right? And what is that? What is that? Go ahead. People, what are we doing with the oracle? Right? It's this one. What are we doing with the oracle? We're giving her an inquiry. We're looking into something. Wait a minute, I thought we're just sitting here passively listening to the music entertainingly. No, people. No, you didn't come into this whole procedure to be initiated into the mystery without a way. I am the way, says the Christ and the Antichrist. I am the way. We are going to examine and observe from the soul of the universe. We are going to inquire. When it says, know yourself, that phrase that built Greek civilization was brought to you by these drug-using mysteries that we're showing you right now. People, one of the things I want to repeat, emphasize tonight is the Christ. Go ahead and change it. Is the Christ, right? The Christ is a drug. People, the Christ is a drug. There is no Christian scholar who can disprove that. The Christ is a drug. Okay, fantastic. And most of the time, it's a sex drug meant to facilitate the activities of child traffickers who use children as not only sexual gratification machines, but as producers of drugs themselves. Isn't that nice? The mystery can be sold. The mystery can be sold, right? Well, not with your virgin chorus, it can't. If your virgin chorus is protected, and we're going to do that by putting that statue of the Virgin on the top of the hill, right? Everybody knows, right? You can't do anything to these girls. They are protected. Why? For the sake of their voice. And they talk about it as, don't you want them to be possessed by Apollo and his guitar? Did you think of that? Because something happens to them when they are not virgins. And you'll say, well, wait a minute. That sounds kind of hokey, doesn't it? I mean, it sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? It's kind of virgins, going to have chorus full of virgins. A chorus full of virgins. Yeah. Is there something about it? Is it for some other reason than just the protection of the individual chorus member who's singing that oracle? Right? Besides just for their protection's sake, right? Which they come up with. That's an issue in antiquity, right? Because somebody very famously raped one of the well-known oracles, and it was a huge deal. Right? What do? Right? They must be the virgins. Remember the ages 1 to 10. They divided it into 3 decades, the service of the oracles. The first 10 years are education. The second 10 years are performance. The third 10 years are instruction. It's when you teach everybody else. Right? When are they performing? Between the ages of 10 and 20. Okay. All right. Fantastic. And why is this? Because this is the virgin voice, people. This is the virgin voice that you are harvesting. Yes, people. Do you mind that they are the ancient Greeks, the people who thought up democracy, right? Which is a Greek word. Right? Yeah, republic is a stupid, hut-dwelling Roman word. Anyway, these people who created democracy harvested the virgin voice. And I'm not just talking about the boys' choir, right? I'm not, because those boys, they cut off their testicles. They made them eunuchs. You think your boys' choir is good today? Yeah. Here, Utah. Where's the boys' choir? Somebody from Satanic Congregation. Where's the big boys' choir? Where's that? Is that in Utah? It's like the Mormon Tabernacle Boys Choir. Is that what it is? Yeah, people back me up on this. Right? Imagine if we could take the Mormon Tabernacle Boys Choir, we put out all the boys on the bus, take them down and have a nice lunch, maybe tacos, right? And maybe a little something in the beverages just to, take them out of anxiety's aim. And then we'll cart them off to the hospital. We'll castrate them all. And I'm telling you, within a very short period of time, we will have harvested from those boys the real boys chorus. But this is the virgin chorus that I'm talking about now. Right? The virgin chorus. Did they have boys choruses in antiquity? Yeah, of course they did. But this is the virgin chorus, the oracular chorus. And we put the statue on the hill so nobody messes with the virgins. Do you understand? Right? Get those Romans to adopt this. Right? And they're not going to be so nice. They'll kill you dead. I dare you to walk in front of the path, in front of the way of the Vestal Virgins. You know what I mean? Does somebody come out and club you? Right? They'd be dragging you off. Amazing. Why? Because, they're hut dwellers. Look at their language, people. Look at their language. Okay, give me the next one. It's not her fault. You know what I mean? No, I think it was next one. Boom. Go ahead and give me that. Yeah, and if this, so people, the top line, if the thing that I'm going to tell you is drawn out, I want you to hang in there with me. Look at this verb, sungnothi, right? It's from it's from gignosko with sungignosko, excuse me. It's a compound. So it's when you take that word for understanding, right? And you put that prepositional prefix, you put the accompaniment idea with it. I want you to accompany me in knowing, right? I want you to accompany me in knowing. Despota, despot, ruler, right? Who am I, right? I'm that one who's bringing you that oracle. And I am doing it not as before, Iolon stoma. From an Iolon stoma. Give me the next one. I want you to see what the Iolon is now. People, look at this. What kind of mouth does our oracle have? That's our dude ruler. That's our despot. Isn't that nice? Look, master and planets. Oh, where did I? Maybe I put her down here. Did I put her? No. Give me that one. Okay, this is what she is, though, right? There's what she is. Here's where I hit everything. People look like a squirrel. I put this all in the wrong place. Look at no, it's my fault. The Cora. Look at the Cora here, right? I pronounce it like the Dorians do, Cora, right? But look down at the very bottom. You can see there's a digamma that's being inserted. Maybe I put it on the next one. Is this it? Oh, there it is. Core, right? Doric Cora. And Cretic, right? Cora, with that lengthened omega, the Cretan, right? Dialect. Oh, God, love it. Kure in the Ionian. Look at how much they changed the vowel, right? It's not lengthened. It's turned into it's not shortened. It's turned into a monster diphthong. Kure. Right? Now, finally, look at Korwa in the end there with the thing that looks like the F. The letter looks like the F. That's the again. Anyway, people, I wanted you to see that. Who are we talking about again? We're still talking about the Korah, right? And we'll catch up. I know we'll catch up. This is the thing I want to figure out. What is her Iolon stoma? The stoma is just the mouth. It's an opening. It's an orifice. In this case, it's her mouth. And what is coming out of her mouth across her throat, right? It's coming out of this mouth that is Aeolian or Iolian. Excuse me. Yep, that one. And I just want you to see this. Now, what kind of mouth does the oracle have? Right? Oh, God. This is gorgeous. As we're waiting, there it is. As we're waiting, though, I want you to realize when you talk about the winds, right? Right? I want you to think about Aeolus, right? Thinking about the winds. What does this word mean? What does her mouth? Yes. What is her mouth? It's glittering. It's glittering like armor, right? It's changeful of hue. I told you, people, put on your nerd goggles tonight. It's sheeny, right? What is a night that is Iola? An Iola nux, an Iolic light night is a star-spangled night. Do you see the shimmering? The shimmering, right? Now look as the word metaphorically becomes checkered, changeful, right? Look at number 2, slippery, right? Shifty. Okay, that is her mouth. That is her mouth. Do you understand why I say lycophron is extremely difficult Greek? The skin of a serpent can be Aeolian. It can change in its hue. If you've ever looked at the skin of a snake in the sunlight, as the sunlight hits it, you're going to see the light wavelengths broken up. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. They give off a sheen. It's almost like an aura. Oh, God. Well, that's what her mouth does. That's what her mouth does. All right. Let's keep going. Let's see what else she is. Right. This is, again, we're going to look at the music here too, because I don't want you to fail to miss the actual music. Give me the next one. Boom. So here she is, right, pouring out that shout that is mingled as she chews her leaves of bay, foibanzoing that voice. Now, what do I mean by foibanzo? Should be the next one. should be like the Black Sphinx, mimicking the Black Sphinx. No, it's not. Here, maybe it's, oh, I have such terrible order tonight. Oh, no. These are the things that she's uttering, right? The stuff that can't be uttered. Right. No, I think I did something wrong. I didn't check. People, here's another Greek term. That's okay. Here's another Greek term for the voice or speech. Right? But I want you to notice, well, how many words are we going to have for voice or speech? You know, even logos can be used for that, right? For this on the speech side. Well, on the vocal side, well, look, particularly metaphorically, the voice of passion, right? You see the Orphic connections. And what kind of voice is out there? I want you to look at that second line called Hidagerun, the Colchian voice. And who do you think is making that? So let me just take a step back. I'm going to show you the passage here. It should be this one. Let's see if it's that one. And it has in it the voice that this oracle is producing. Look at the second line. Geirun. There it is. That's what the oracle produces. Only who is the oracle in this case? It is the Kure. Look, we switched dialects. It is the Kure. Aietao. The daughter. The Korah daughter of Aetes. And who is that? Who has the Colchian Geirun voice? And by the way, the Colchian voice is also the Cochlean voice. They switch. You see the lambda and the he in the first word of the second line. They will switch those. This to make the association between Colchis and the murex that was producing the purple itself. This is the voice, the Colchian voice of the burning purple. Okay? The oracular voice. Isn't it interesting? Yes, right, exactly. The drug is named after her. Exactly. The whole art of medicine is named after her. People, give her some credit, right? Right? The hut-dwelling Romans built temples to her, right? And decided her name was going to mean to dispense drugs, to bring health by dispensing drugs. So they called Medea, right? They called her there. Built temples. Whoop. Fantastic. Medicine. It's where the word medicine comes from. You didn't know your own history, did you? You thought medicine was a man's discipline. Nope. Absolutely not. Men were not smart enough to come up with it because they are damaged. No, seriously, people. All right, let's go. Give me the next one. Seriously, people, who do you give the most responsibility to? You've got two of this one species, right? Who you just tell me which one, right? Because that's the one we're going to make that produce children and whose bodies mimic the cycle of the moon, life and death and coming back, passion and the sting of the gadfly. That's why we have female oracles, not male, right? It's very biological. Here I wanted to point out in this line, they're bringing a boy, a shout next, a mingled shout. A mingled shout. And they are foibadzoing next. And okay, what is coming out of her mouth? What is it coming out of her mouth? It's twisted. It's twisted. Do you have twisted speech? Well, then don't ever think that you're going to express your enigma. Your enigma. What do you want me to do when I'm playing the Priest of Apollo? I want you to cleanse and purify. I want you to cleanse and purify. In that very top line, it says in the Greek She's cleansing her hands with muron. Right? Okay, people. Now look at number 2. It also equals foibazo. Well, pray tell. Pray tell, this is foibazo. Give me the next one. Should be foibazo. Unless we screwed up the order. Okay, this is you. Yeah, it is. Okay, people. Who else foibazos? It's okay. It'll come eventually. Who else foibazos? Look at this. This is the Bible. What? This is Deuteronomy. When is this being written? In the 3rd century, at the same time that the other sources that I'm giving you are being written in the 4th and 3rd centuries BC. These are contemporary texts with the Bible. So, of course, the Bible written in Greek reflects that. Right? And one of these words is dropped out. In this verse, oh, God, this is Deuteronomy. Oh, is it 14? Yeah, 14:1, I think. Yeah. You're the sons of the Lord, of our Lord God. Right? Foi basita. Don't foibazo. Don't perform these purifications. And watch this, people. Uk epithesite phalakroma. Don't make yourself bald. Don't shave your head. Epinecroi, for the dead. Look at verse number 3. Fageste pandelugma. Do not consume that pollution. What is the word bdelugma? That's the word for the corruption that is the abomination of desolation. Oh, God. Isn't that gorgeous? Right? What are they doing? It's monism, trying to forge its own way by killing the cult, by changing, refocusing, making it a man cult, taking it from that female focus on the education of the virgin to the enslavement of the male prostitute. Oh, God. That is the monist. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Oh, God. Fabulous. Eunuchs for everyone. Right? Does everybody have their eunuch? Come here, eunuch. Oh, you know you spank your eunuch. Oh, God. Oh, I think it was too much. Oh, but boy, can I hear clearly for the first time in weeks. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Here, close the shutters over there. Just leave the mess. I'll fix it later. Give me the next one. Let's just keep rolling, people. You can see we did it. Next one. Yep. Look, people. Remember this word ops? This is something peculiar that she has. I told you before that this means face, eye, expression sometimes. Well, guess what it also means? It also means voice. Voice. And of course, just so you can understand, voice, whether in speaking, shouting, lamenting, speaking, shouting. What were we just doing? We were shouting. Look at the second line. Or in singing, and then it records kirkes, singing with a beautiful opi voice. Okay. Now, why is it particular of Cersei? Because she is the one who uses the voice. As a matter of fact, that's what they call her. She who uses the voice. And what does she do? She bamboozles you. She gets into your mind and she changes it. She transforms you. And she has a particular liking for men who are drugged and crawl the ground and scream helplessly. right? Oh, people, you thought Epstein Island was, something new and novel. No, Odysseus was held captive on Cersei Island. Right? She got 2 or 3 kids out of him, didn't she? Was it 3? I think it was 2. Right? Oh God. Right? What? Why though? Because he's got his kingdom up there, and she's, what I mean, brokering the power. Right? And some of that involves maybe some, drugging and I don't know, trafficking. Trafficking. Nothing like a group of eunuch men. You know what I mean? There's a lot you can do with eunuch men. And there's no evidence afterwards. You know what I mean? Because you cut them off. You cut off the witnesses. That's how they refer to the testicles. Right? Those hut dwelling Romans. Right? They said those are the witnesses. Oh, God, don't worry. We're going to cut off the witnesses. And then we don't get any children. And the women who are running these organizations, like the woman Lydia, who's financing Paul. If you want to know what somebody's up to, look at who's financing them. Right? Paul's always getting high and going to the 7th heaven and the 3rd heaven, having these voices. I don't know if I was in my body or not. He's getting bit by snakes that don't hurt him. God. It's no wonder they want to jail these people everywhere they go. Right? The Magi are dangerous, brother. I'm telling you, they're dangerous. Give me the next one. The power of sight or seeing or vision. This is the second now, ops. Right? The power of sight or seeing or vision. Right? And I want you to focus on that vision. And then all of a sudden, what do you open up under your vision? Authors like Heraclitus and Democritus. Oh my God. Not only is the stuff in the Iliad and the Odyssey the oldest stuff, but it's also in the big philosophers who are giving us the basis, the foundation for all of our future science. All of this through the voice of the oracle, the voice of the oracle. Okay. What does the singer do? She ek mimumene. She mimics completely, entirely the Geirun, that voice of the Black Strangler. Okay. All right. Right. Where did Cadmus end up going? Didn't he end up in Thebes with all that Dionysiac religion? Right? Didn't he? Didn't he end up in Thebes? Where do you think that Black Sphinx, who lived in the mountains and came down, right? There's nothing you can do, brother. They have poison arrows, dude. You're completely, they're all riding horses and stuff, dude. Bunch of us farmers are no match for these ladies. You know what I mean? And they make these oracles, dude. They make these oracles and they use their drugs, right? And a whole bunch of them make themselves go back to the witch queen, Medea, who we all use the word medicine for, who's the earliest Christ figure. And I don't mean figure like, I mean historical figure. The earliest person that we can say, oh, she's Christing herself, right, is her. It's fantastic, right? Oh, God. Do you see it? It's so influential, right? That the most difficult ancient Greek document, and if you want to ask your neighborhood classicist, please do me that favor. Call up your local university classics department. They're supposed to do stuff like this. We did when I was there, right? Call them up and say, hey, I want to know who is the most difficult Greek author to read, and is Lycophron the answer? And let's see what they say. And if they say no and they give you some other something, you bring it here and you flash it up on the notes, and I'll tell you, that one's close, but no, right? Yeah, everybody knows lycophron is difficult. There's levels of this, right? Each of the words, there's levels to it. It's amazing. Okay, keep going. Keep going. She's going to mimic that voice. Next one. I wanted you to see what that mimicry is all about. It is a remembering, right? It is a memory formed as a power of the mind. You remember who the mother of the Muses are, right? It's memory, right? Mnemosyne. Okay. I want you to also notice the association with what you and I would call the monument. The monument. Yeah. Why? Because it is the memory, the remembrance of the dead. When you resurrect, give me the next one. When you resurrect the dead, you do it through music. Oh, God. I pray the priest of Apollo knows the souls to raise from the dead, as did his father, Apollo himself. Do you understand the cult of the divine physician? Okay. Who is the savior? The one who finds the way. The one who finds the way. A way of song. A way of song. Look at the second line at the end, right? Doce Phoebus Teti. Power of song. Phoebus. Phoebus himself gives the power of song to the tetics. Oh, God. Do you hear, people? Now you understand the musician of the strings. I'm sorry, but this is not horns, flutes. I'm sorry, people. This is not percussion. All right? We're talking about the fabric of the universe that is the division of the strings. Give me the next one. Boom. We are all over the map tonight. It's fun. It's still fun, though. I know. Okay, here's a definition. Look at oimos as a way, road, or path. And notice that number 3, a strip of land or tract, right? And who does it refer to? It refers to the Scythians. Yeah. A region, a country. Well, not really, because they don't live in countries. Right? They're mobile tribes on horses. Right? Mobile tribes on horses. They find the way. Okay. Invisible. The invisible way through the cosmos. The cosmos is not the universe. The cosmos is the order. What is the invisible way through the order? The magician, musician finds it and establishes it. Isn't that weird? They establish the way. For those of you out there who have ever considered a magnum opus, yeah. The way and the charting of the way, right, is that voice that cuts the wind. Oh, God. Can you bring it from the strings? Can you bring from the strings the voice that cuts the wind? Do you know why they don't want people performing the mystery with the instruments, it's because they're absolutely necessary to the induction of the vision through the voice. Alps. Okay, Alps. And God lifted his Alps upon me. Wait, what? Right? Who writes the universe? Who writes the universe? It's why we don't say, as Pythagoras said, if you're going to build a new city, start with a temple of the Muses. Right? Start with a library. Why? You don't need a library if you've got Yahoo or any other monist deity. Fantastic. Give me the next one. I harped on that too much. Give me the next one. People, I want you to give you a little more of this gorgeousness, just to give you, yeah, right. Look at the second line. Onox, that's Owanox, right? Who are we addressing here? We're addressing our Lord. And what do we have? We have lots of memory housed in our breast. I want you to hear it. And it says, you're going to use, Lord, your freni pukne, that wit, that sharp wit that you've got all packed into your brain. And I'm commanding you to make sense of the dusfatus, the things that you don't speak. The things that you don't speak of what? Of her enigma ton, of her twisted enigmata. What kind of things that we don't talk about do you want me to find in her twisted enigmata? I want you to find the way. God, right? And that way, this very last line, it says, with which the well thought out pathway, again, I'm using the word way because of my inability, that last line, tribos, it means something that is flattened for you to be able to walk across. And eumathes means eumathistic. Look at it. It's well, and mathe, which means to learn as a student. So the way that is student traveled will show us through the darkness by a way, kilelthoi, again, that is orthe, by an intellectual, rational way. Procedure that is orthe, straight, because that's what reason is. You go from point A to point B. Fantastic. It's going to lead us there. What's it going to lead us? Through that skotos, that darkness. These are the words. Multiple levels. This is what you are being given in response to your question, an answer of an enigma. Oh, God. An answer that isn't an answer at all. It's a question, right? Oh. Do you know what? Yeah, we've got it coming up. Do you know what happens when you go from that 2, you go from that 4 to the 2 and then the 3, and everybody says, oh, it's the riddle of the Sphinx and it's the age. It was Oedipus's future. His recognition was its solution. Because he would poke his own eyes out, he had to have support and ended up with 3 legs. Right? That oracle's enigma is our universe. Imagine that, right? And that's what they are bringing. That's what they are harvesting. And it's that oracular voice that gave us freedom, democracy, scientific method, and good music. Because look, bad music is prosecutable, right? If it doesn't rock, right, you don't rock, right? That's the way it is. Right. Right. No, it's the staff, right? Anyway, keep going. Keep going. I've got a couple more people. I want to give you a couple more flashes here of their brilliance. What is an enigma? What is an enigma? Blow it up. They define it, these Victorians define what's coming out of her mouth as a dark saying, a riddle. Right. Look at it at the end of the line. In riddles or darkly. Look at number 2, Roman numeral number 2. Taunt. Wait a minute, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to tell you? The priestess we're talking about is a priestess of Bacchus. And she uses the iamb. And the iamb is the meter of the mocking. The prophetess that we're going to sacrifice to your grade is the mocker. You do not have the rock without mock. Do you get it? If you are not mocking, you are not rocking. People, that's pretty good. Somebody write that down. Write that down. Why? Because that's where the music comes from. Do you see? Well, who is Iambe, by the way? Oh, God, Iambe was hilarious. Demeter was mourning her daughter, right? She's mourning her daughter who's gone, missing, into the underworld, right? Worse yet. And what happens? Well, she's sad, and Iambe cheers her up. And how does Iambe cheer her up? She flashes her vagina. Now, I guess you maybe had to be there, but it was hilarious, right? When you see the Bacchic troops, the Maenad priestesses dancing, don't be surprised if you get flashed. Don't be surprised. Oh, God. You know what they carry with them? They carry with them a giant phallus, bro. Right? Right? Now, don't get too close. I know it looks good on the surface, but you're going to get drugged. And you may be the blood that they have to consume in the blood and flesh meal. I don't know. Is that a good way to go? Maybe it's worth it. Right? Maybe it's worth it. If you're going to go out anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Bring some eunuchs. Here, I'll use this one over here. He's not moving. I think something's wrong. Get up, you defective eunuch. You're supposed to entertain me. Let's go to the next one. I'm sorry. I've got to get that out every once in a while. It just brings it to me. Couple more. Priest of Apollo. Please. What does it mean to foibanzo? Remember before I told you it meant to purify? Right? And I said it means to foibanzo also. What is the foibanzoing? To prophesy. To prophesy. Look at number 2. To inspire. If you are a child of Apollo, you use your instrument to inspire us. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? What is the oracle using? She's using her voice. The combination of that tone with the speech. She's using it to mesmerize you, to inspire you. Your strings Your strings belong to Zeus. They are the lightning. Your strings contain her voice. Oh, God. People, number one, if you're sitting there still and you don't feel dumb like I do, because I do. When I read this stuff, I feel dumb. And I'm having to try to figure it out. I'm sitting in the corner. I'm walking around. I'm like, Chewie will catch me and I'll be staring off out the window into space. What are you doing? Well, I'm trying to figure out what the hell this means, right? I'm just trying to calculate. I don't think I can calculate, right? I know it's beautiful, though. Isn't that amazing, people? What is the voice from the strings? What is the voice from the strings? Yeah, it's the mystery. Oh, God, where are you? Oh, don't you want her? Bring her back up. Bring her back up. The one that you had before, right? The one that we had before that we met in. Where did we meet her? Was she in the Sphinx? That's right. Bring her back up. Here she is. You say she doesn't look too dangerous to me. Don't. That's the whole point, people. Right? So that's the whole point. Oh, God. Right? And you're going to because you're drawn. You can't help it. Right? Kill me. Right? Is that what it means? I'm going to kill you and I'm going to raise you from the dead. That's the ultimate. That's what we've all been looking for. This whole time. Could have saved a lot of dating. Right? I could have saved a lot. Just give me the right. Just give me the right and let me hear your voice. The gates of hell prevail against the Korah's voice. What do we have to do? We have to open them. We have to open them. Do you see what a great danger this is? My God, man, where are the physicists who do the music? Seriously, shouldn't there be some in the Department of, I know that they talk about the bloody Hertz and whatnot. That's not what I'm talking about. Give me the next one. Boom. Someday, right? Someday. It's a Hard Knocks life. That's the wrong performance. I want you to see that tribos, that worn or beaten track, right? And I want you to look at Roman numeral number 2. This is a rubbing, a friction. Do you remember what Mary Magdalene does? Right? She tribos the alabastron. She rubs it. And people say she breaks it, right? Because they're idiots, right? And the translations suck. Like, seriously? That's a great way to make perfume. Put it in a container you got to smash to get it out of. No, she's rubbing it. She's rubbing it just like the lady is doing with the oil on the alabastron in Aristophanes when she offers it to her sexually aroused husband. Okay? Whew. Well, within the confines of marriage, where's the Pope? One for you. Oh, do you want to put, everybody at this time, please. And it gets my goat that nobody is considerate enough to do this, but let us bow our heads and pray, right? Let's bow our heads and pray. Why'd you have to take? You can't have Penelope and the Pope at the same time. Why not? You have to edit them together. Okay, well, thanks for showing up, Penelope, because people keep asking, you saw Penelope? Yeah. And the point of Penelope was what, people? Look what the cross covers. It covers a multitude of sin. But that doesn't matter when you're choking the Pope. Oh, God. Give him that love of life. Where's the last? We have two last slides here tonight. people, and couple of serious things to learn. Go ahead. Was it that one? Yeah, right. What does she say that she's going to do? She's going to enter this race and blast through the starting line full speed. Right? Says she is going to find a way. Oh, God, again? Is that our fifth way? I think that's the fifth. Right? The exodus. A way out. A pathway flowing out for her loxon epon. Her words that are loxon. We call Apollo Loxius because his prophecy is askew. It means askew, geometrically. And if you don't understand that, it's because you're not at that level of the oracle. Right? Did they drug this guy? Oh, God. I don't think so. And I am going to be, as that oracle, the person with the wings, the runner with the wings. Yeah. Do you understand the race that she is talking about running here? Do you understand that in this most complex of Greek, to the level that I am able to take you right now, that this is all about a voice of an oracle that is created through a very specific set of circumstances, actions, and a performance. A voice that can bridge the past, the present, and the future by means of enigma born from a virgin. What a society. What a society, people. We all stepped out of the ship and we're watching this, and it's like watching somebody on the moon. And it's from these people that the promise came. That the lightning carried that voice of freedom. Bacchus is bathed and born in the lightning. Let him free. Thank you for coming tonight. I am going to be jumping head first into the composition of my 7 songs for the resurrection of Jesus Christ in New York. I will be giving you next week just little slices of these songs. And I'm hoping that we can somehow get you a seat at the performance, maybe by way of, Lady Babylon. Fantastic. I love the fact that you're coming here in order to see the deepest, darkest, esoteric text that reveals to us Tapanta, the all. Thank you for coming tonight. Hail Satan.
Address the blood sacrifice before pieces discharge. It's on the cycle. Bring the knife. Rumpa pump pump. With her old ways, the mystery goddess. Bring the fucking pain. Magic dress on the Amazonia. Spitting dragon venom all over ya. Over Kims to the moon. People swoon from just a little bit of dope. Hail Satan, sing the Muse, tragedy and doom. Hot purple in your eyes, take a hit. Let's go get stoned. God crucified just the other day with Jesus. He was trying to buy scorpion venom with the Epstein client list. If he can rat out on every pedophile working for the Vatican and the Catholic Church, you know he would in a heartbeat. So they murked him.
Miss Abulima, froth at the mouth,
Amazon sugar queen, Nikki with the hot purple.
Choke the Pope. Choke the Pope.